Hello out there, my name is Ralph Hobbs. I'm one of the directors of Nanda Hobbs Gallery in Sydney, Australia. Today I'm going to talk to you about Jun Chen. As we're all in lockdown around the world, we thought it would be a nice way for us to engage with you about the artists and the paintings that we find so special. So Jun Chen is an extraordinary painter. He has been working in Australia for many decades, and although he grew up in China and traditionally trained as an ink landscape painter, since his time in Australia he's developed an oil painting practice. Behind me is a painting called Yellow Trees, and it's a really great example of what makes him such a special painter. There are a number of reasons for that. He uses the techniques of ink painting, but in a very viscous way with the oil paint. He's moving lines around and carving back into the oil paint, and that is a particularly exciting and dynamic way to create a picture plane. So he is, as I mentioned, a landscape painter. He's also a portrait painter, and he also does work in genre. In Australia we have the Archibald Prize for portrait painting. He's been hung 7 times in that, 4 times in the Wynne Prize for landscape painting, and 5 times in the prestigious Sulman Prize for genre paintings. That's the prize which is all about interesting subject matters. He's also exhibited in the National Portrait Gallery and in many major public and private collections around this country and others as well. So to this particular work, which is a 2020 work, it was one that I saw in his studio a couple of months ago, and I was particularly excited about it because of the dynamism and the way he's actually working the paint through. It's vibrant in colour, the yellow flowers and trees work in harmony right across the picture plane, and then you cut through into the distance. And it's one of those things about landscape painting that we find so intriguing. In the history of landscape painting, you find that artists have always drawn upon elements that they really like in composing pictures. So it's not necessarily just a view, it's a view that harmonises in the world and allows us, and I think this is particularly pertinent right now, it allows us a view out into the world and gives us a real sense of vitality and a feeling of calmness, and that's certainly what we find with this particular work.